Yeah, sure. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's up, guys? It's your boy E, representing THC, of course. And today we are here with.
Rocio from Kneibor.
I'm Justin.
That's it, Justin? Just throw a little bit.
Okay.
You feel Justin on
Justin's
the
been
side.
like talking.
Take two. Hello, I'm Justin. I'm the owner of ASIP Coffee Roasters and Sensory Lab, where we currently at. And which episode we at now? Episode 5.
I think it's episode 5.
Yeah,
It's
guys,
been
we
released.
back.
Yeah, we took a little break.
Hi guys, my name is Tanner Dotson. I am the owner of Body by Tanner and Alien. Yeah.
All right, cool. So, Justin, so I mean, it's okay if we mess up, because I'm going to cut up everything.
Okay,
so
cool.
if we
Yeah.
yeah, just get back to it and then
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, because I'm just going to watch the whole thing and I'm just
everything's
gonna
just cut. It's just like she says 3 words and then it's like hi neighbor. Cut.
Yeah. So tell us about what you do and how long have you been doing it for?
Yes, so I am pretty much the general manager of my business. I'm the owner of my business, so I pretty much do everything from working in the kitchen to admin work to working on marketing, social media, everything that involves a business. That's what I do. We've been open now for 3 years, and I started this about 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do we have in front of us right now?
So here we have our 4 main juices that we make every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so they're nice and fresh. And then we also have our nut milk. These juices that you see here are typically what we use for our beginner's cleanse.
Okay.
And so these are readily available, or you can order them in advance as well.
Okay, cool. So beginner's cleanse, like, do you mean like, so I can get on that juice journey or?
Yeah, so it's pretty much a cleanse. What you do is you don't have food for an entire day, and you replace your meals with the juices. And the whole purpose of this is just to reset, to help you reset. And because what happens is when you're having meals, your body works harder and uses more energy to break down the foods.
Okay.
And so sometimes the reason why people decide to go on a cleanse is if they're feeling bloated or they lack energy and they want to do a reset. So this is why we created the cleanses. And there's a lot of different benefits to them as well.
Okay, cool. Tanner?
So what is kind neighbor and what do you only do juices or what else are you guys about?
So we also offer smoothies, smoothie bowls, light breakfast items, and we're more than just a juice bar. We also really care about the community, serving the community, so we're big on that. And you'll see us at the farmers market doing community work.
Do you have a location?
Yes,
Okay.
we're located on Main Street and F Street. It's
okay.
located inside of Bitwise. And the address,
Inside of Bitwise.
Yeah, inside of Bitwise.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
All right,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to stop by.
You should stop by.
Yeah, I keep seeing it and I'm just like, yeah, I should probably be healthy today.
What are your hours?
It's Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and then Saturday 8 to 2.
Cool. We'll have to all go try it out, try all the juices.
So do you think Tanner should get on that cleanse?
I was telling her before this, I was telling her about my eating regimen and everything like that. She's like, you have problems. No,
What?
I'm just kidding. She's like, you
See,
need to cleanse for about
doctor.
a year.
Honestly, Tanner eats food really healthy, just a lot of protein. So it's like,
Yeah.
So I don't really feel too groggy. I do get my fruits and veggies
Fiber
sometimes,
and all
and
that,
so I do feel pretty healthy most of the time. But I could see where someone's kind of not been eating that great and kind of feel like they need a reset, and maybe I feel like this would be a good thing to maybe do, and then kind of for them to start eating a little bit healthier after.
Yeah.
So I can see someone doing that for
Yeah.
sure.
You can
plus
see-
everybody's goal are different. Somebody
Yeah.
wants to be a bodybuilder, get stronger, get more muscle. Somebody want to be more healthier. Some reduce the inflammation stuff. Like I think you're the expert about like talking about
Yeah.
health wise.
What's the main? What's the main reason for your business? Like,
Yeah.
why did you start it? What's your
How'd the
kind
planning-
of? What's the goal, the end goal, or just your vision?
So when I was a teenager, I saw my parents or my mom struggle with her health, and that kind of was it turned on a light bulb for me, because I thought, okay, I don't want to go down this path if I continue my bad eating habits or if I don't change something about my lifestyle. So that completely changed my view on health, and I decided that I was gonna do natural remedies if I got sick and different types of things just so that I wouldn't end up with a health condition. I mean, that sometimes it can't. Sometimes food is one. I feel like food is one part, but then there's also other stressors.
Of course. There's a whole bunch, but if you could control one of them, I feel like it kind of helps the other ones. Like a lot of my clients, working out and stuff, they start working out, so they start eating better. So maybe if they start doing this or start eating better, they'll start being active and more likely to be healthier in the long run.
Mindset.
So I feel like it could really boost someone to kind of want to live that healthier lifestyle.
Yeah. So that was my path towards health and wellness, and then I moved away to different cities like LA and the Bay Area. And when you're there, you see a lot of these health and wellness shops.
Yeah.
And
you're like, why not here?
Yeah,
How'd you feel about here? Yeah.
Huh?
No, that's a good point. Yeah. So like when you
she's like, we have way more taco stands and no juice
like
places.
4 taco stands.
Yeah, really. Like we got everyone. So.
And then I moved back to Merced, and I thought, people that I talk to that are from Merced, they always think, oh, Merced sucks, or Merced this and that, and they think Merced doesn't have anything to offer to me, so they leave. And so I was kind of thinking, oh, I don't want to be here, there's no jobs, or what am I going to do here? So I want to go to the area, and then I thought, okay, well, instead of thinking, what does Merced have to offer to me? And then I thought, what can I offer to Merced? So I thought, well, the juice bar is something that's been on my mind for a while, so why don't I try this? And honestly, it was really hard when I started because, I would ask my family, hey, what do you think about this idea? And then they're like, no, you need to go to a bigger city to do this. No one here is going to buy your stuff. Yeah. And then I even talked to a counselor over at the how they give you like business advice?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, the numbers don't look right. We don't think that you should start this business. And I thought, well, why don't I just try it for myself? And if it doesn't,
they literally told her no, and she's like, watch this.
I remember you start with a little like a cart instead of a restaurant,
But not everyone, and that's what you just understood. Not everyone's going to see your vision. That's what makes owning a business so cool. That because sometimes you could even surprise yourself. You're getting negative comments from everyone. Your family that's supposed to, not that they don't support you, but not for them to believe in it. And you're like, watch me succeed though. And I think that's pretty awesome to, having no idea. And instead of seeing oh, Merced has nothing, what can I offer Merced? So I think that's a really cool outlook on why your business is doing well and everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a different challenge. Like in a bigger city, you might have different juice.
You got more competition. You got more competition
right?
now. So it's like
here, you're the only one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very relatable to my coffee shop too. It's like I have 7 Starbucks surrounding me.
You just got to be better than the 7 Starbucks. So you just got to
guys be better.
Be better, do better.
Yeah. So if you do ever get competition, or you do, because we don't know about them right now,
and
we don't talk about them, but you just I think it'll make you better and push you to further stuff to offer. So
I think that's a good state of mind to have too. What can you offer to the community too?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that way, oh, there's something to do here.
So they leave or...
Yeah, and then it's just well, then
a lot
do
of
something.
people think that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, do something. It's easy to pick what's wrong with with everything,
It's
but
like looking at what's right.
Easy to find an excuse to not do than finding a motivation to do it.
We're just prone to have that negative mindset about anything in life, I feel like. So, that's how you're going to make a change where you're like, hey, look, everyone sees the glass, half empty, but I see it half full. So let's see where we can make the change. And I feel like that all 4 of us, want Merced to grow and do well, and we want them to be, we don't want to hear, oh, you're good for Merced. You're good for being in Merced. No, we're good. We're good in general. Go to the Bay and then come back here, you'll see that we're good. So.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. I like that. Wow, tenor.
All right.
I was tired today too. I was like, I probably won't talk much.
So how did you decide on Merced for your shop?
I mean, it's a long story, but I might not be Merced, but yeah. So I mean, honestly, it's just I see the opportunity because I want to do specialty coffee, but there is no specialty coffee in Merced when I first came to this town. That was like, and then back then, like I opened up an ASIP, don't know how to make coffee, and don't tell everybody. I only know the general, like, general. I only know the
gym, but I don't know how to train people.
I know, imagine.
So I know how to make,
Crazy.
I know how to make drink as good as Starbucks, but I don't. I know it's not enough to. But then later on, like I took a lot of coffee class. I learned a lot. I watched a lot of YouTube video like everybody else. I improved myself latte art wise. Before I was only making a big chunk of milk on top of the drink. Now I'm like crazy. Yeah. So yeah, same thing. Like it's sometimes when you think about like why you want to start a business, it's not because you are 100% like prepared for the business. You will never be 100%. But just because
you're confident doesn't mean you're going to do well. And just because a lot of times you don't know if you're going to do well and then you do great, or a lot of people are confident and they don't do well. So it's just like you can't really go off of that too. Sometimes you just gotta, take that leap, and you might land on your feet or you might fall down a little bit. So, but you never know unless you try, right?
Yeah, that's true.
When do you think you had that leap of faith? Like, do you remember like when you decided to finally go all in?
Yeah. So this really cool story. When I moved back from LA, I was taking care of my dad because he had cancer, and that year I was just mainly focusing on taking care of my dad, and at the same time trying to figure out, okay, what is my next step? What am I gonna do? So one time there was a giveaway on Instagram, and it was for a juicer. And so I signed up for the giveaway, not knowing that I was gonna win the juicer, and I won the juicer.
That's crazy. That's fate.
And I got the juicer in the mail. It was an expensive, like $500 juicer.
Dang.
Yeah, and
she's like, I still use that juicer. It's in the bag.
I got the juicer, and it was kind of complicated to use it. And you know how the mind gets to you. The mind is the biggest thing because I wasn't able to use it. I was like, oh, I can't use it. I'm not gonna. Why I'm not gonna mess with it.
Why bother?
So then I thought. So then that was my first mind block. Then I started testing recipes. I finally figured it out, testing recipes. And then my second mind block was, okay, I was afraid to sell my product because I thought, are people gonna like my product? So then I overcame that mind block, and eventually I just put my little menu out there on Facebook. I started making juices on that juicer. Cool. And it's a little juicer, so it would take forever because you have to cut the pieces really small to fit the little chew thing. And I remember prepping. I would prep the stuff at night, and I would get up like at 5 in the morning to juice, to have the orders ready by like 7 or 8 in the morning for the customers because they wanted it early.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang.
How long are the juices good for?
They last up to 5 days.
5 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy though.
But yeah, that's crazy.
That juicer, that giveaway?
Yeah, that's
you got to go
wild.
back to them and tell them.
Huh?
Who did the giveaway?
It was.
Or shall we not name them? Or
It was a company called Harone Juicer.
Okay.
And so their juicer, what's special about them is that it's a slow masticating juicer.
Oh, okay.
So you get, how a lot of juicers, when you juice it, a lot of the pulp comes out?
Yeah.
Well, this one, it doesn't waste a lot of pulp, so you get more nutrients out of your juice.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was how I started.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy. So
I had the idea way before that, and I neglected the idea because I thought, oh, this can't be my thing because it's not gonna make me money, or I just had a lot of self-doubt.
Yeah.
And then that idea kept coming back to me. But you know how you can be your worst
Biggest critic.
Oh yeah.
Always.
And so I had a lot of that, and I won the juicer, so that was like, okay, well, here's this.
You're like, crap, now I gotta do it.
Yeah, now you have
She's like,
excuse.
oh, now I gotta go to work.
I gotta make this thing work.
Yeah.
I never win any giveaway.
Yeah.
Not even a single T-shirt. But
No?
I think that's destiny. You know, if you think about it, that's cool that you ended up getting that juicer to help you create, and get to that starting point.
Yeah, because that's even a lot, like you said, it's a $500 juicer. That's a lot of money to like spend on something you're not sure that's gonna work, right?
Yeah.
Like, so at that time, probably that was like, oh, I can't see myself spending that much, and then you win it, and you're like, oh well, might as well
I guess I'll
try
start.
it out. Now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a cool story.
And how did kneibor? How'd you come up with that name?
So when I was thinking of the name, I thought I wanted a name that would include a community. And yeah, when I think of when I was thinking of the names, I had different names. First, I started off with, I wanted the name to also include mantras.
Okay.
So I start off with juice words and bear mantra because it's natural. Then I thought, well, I didn't, I just kept thinking of different names. So then finally I came up with kneibor.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you drink these juices without being on a cleanse?
Without
Like,
what?
do you recommend any certain juices for other things than cleanses, or do you sell them like if someone wants just like a healthy type of juice?
Yeah, so they all have
recommend?
specific benefits.
Okay.
Like the green one, it's alkalizing because it has the greens in them. And then we have the I Am Lovable, this one right here. It supports gut health.
Okay.
Because the purple cabbage, those are the benefits of the purple cabbage.
Do you have the macros for those? Like.
No, not yet. So hopefully in the future.
Okay. Cool. That's.
Do you know how to do that? Or?
No, not really. Well,
You only
if you
can-
told me
yeah.
the ingredients, maybe. Yeah, if you told me.
I think you can have apple, cucumber, lemon, purple cabbage, ginger, mint. That's
Yeah, but
it.
it just depends how much like.
It's just veggie.
There's apple.
An apple a day. Well,
Keep center away.
yeah.
And then we have the beet juice that supports focus and energy. So I know people, athletes, sometimes they like to go for those. I remember I had a client that liked getting them before their run
Okay.
because it would support their, what is that word? It starts with an A.
With an A.
For what? What's the meaning of it?
Alkaline.
When you
no.
can go long periods.
Endurance.
Endurance.
With an A?
Anabotic?
No.
With an A or no?
Aerobics.
Aerobic?
I don't know.
American?
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline?
Do you like
Justin, you're just repeating what I'm saying. Like she can't hear me.
I know it.
I'm Chinese.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. With
It
an
starts
A?
with an A.
Ends with
But she don't know what it ends
and
with.
then I have the
Like, next
the-
topic.
that's the beat, right? That's for the beat, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know how the horse it can go for long periods of time. There's a name that it has, but I can't think of it.
Yeah,
But
but
anyways,
it's like, kind of like your endurance. Like your
Yeah.
endurance, you could be a longer endurance.
there's another word, but I can't.
Okay,
think of
we'll
it.
think about it later.
Yeah.
You're
And then-
gonna be laying in bed tonight.
Just
and
beat
you're
it.
like,
Just beat it. Yeah.
There's the joyful, which is supports skin and vision because it has the carrots in it.
Oh.
And then we have our turmeric milk.
Turmeric, yeah.
Yeah, and that one supports inflammation and different benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So do you come up with these ingredients and everything when
Yeah.
you're creating
So
the juice?
when I'm creating my recipes, sometimes I do outsource and get different ideas. But the thing about when you're testing recipes,
Yeah.
it's not gonna taste the same. Like if you see a recipe online, you test it, it might not taste like the way you want it to taste. So then you adjust and make tweaks into your liking, and
Maybe like add more fruit or add more
Yeah,
something
reduce,
to
remove
whatever.
an
Take
ingredient.
something off. Okay.
Or
Yeah.
even like apple, you might choose different kind of apple, right?
Yeah,
Different.
varieties. There's a whole recipe testing is a whole different.
Yeah.
Because-
But that's also the fun part, right? It's
Yeah,
like
it's a fun part.
How do you?
And it's,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
How do you overcome someone that's not like, you know how some people kind of can't get over the fact that it's like healthy, like
Yeah.
Because my friend, I have a good friend. This guy doesn't drink water. He loves to drink soda all the time, like all day, every day. And I'm always telling him, like, bro, just get a glass of water.
Just tell them
Just get a glass of water, bro.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I have
So-
I have some clients that I'm like, when's the
Right.
last time they drink water? And it's like Friday. They're like, I don't know, Sunday. I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah, I
how
don't know.
do you live?
So how do you overcome that? Like, what juice would you recommend, or what?
How would you
For
sell it?
someone-
How would you sell it to someone that you're not like really like pushing the health?
Yeah.
Yeah,
wise, I guess.
I would say the orange one because it looks like an orange juice. It almost tastes like an orange juice,
Okay.
but you can't really taste the carrot
Okay.
and the other things in them.
Yeah.
And so even little kids like that one. So I have
Oh, okay.
little kids like almost all of them
Yeah.
Wow.
because there's a good balance of the fruits in there that you're not. It's
So
not gonna
something's not
overpower.
overpowering.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because my friend, like, yeah, he hates water.
You just gotta lie to him, say it's so
Maybe
bad
he
for
can
you, and
add
he'll
like an infused.
meal.
If you infused it with something, or maybe added
I tried.
the electrolytes in it.
Oh.
You
Okay,
know how
maybe.
it's all the
Yeah.
little packets? with
Yeah,
the
those
electrolytes?
yeah those
Has a
packets
little
or the little
flavoring.
squeeze them. The Mio.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
That's better than at least really soda.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know him too. I'm just not gonna say his name.
Every time I don't want to mention myself, I always say I have a friend.
I have a friend. You're talking about yourself like.
Every time.
Justin's all, I know this Chinese guy, and
Yeah, I know this cheap Chinese guy never pay tips.
It's talking about himself.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, Justin, how much are you? I was like, how much you tipping, Justin? And he's like, I'm Chinese, bro. I'm like, what does that mean?
I have a friend.
So you don't tip like automatically?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I tip good.
Your friend.
At least 10%.
Yeah, your friend does.
You just said 15 5 seconds ago. It's going
This keeps going down.
He's at least 5%. Sometimes I give him a high five at the end.
High five.
Good service.
All right. So when you're not creating recipes and working, like what's something that you do when you're not kind neighbor?
When I'm not, kind neighbor, I'm spending time with family, catching up with things around the house, or trying to find. Right now, I was telling Justin or you or that I'm trying to find that part of me outside of work.
Oh,
because
right.
I feel like I don't know, I love
Like a balance.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
So
I think that's kind of all of us. Like we find like, I was at my gym probably like 12 hours today, and it's just like, and then when I leave, I'm like, how do I get on to the real world?
What do I live?
We're so used to like work, and then we leave, and they're like, okay, what do I do now? Like,
Yeah.
so I guess.
So before I start training with him at eating healthier, I always like after work I go grab a drink, grab a beer, chat with like people a lot. But now like I'm eating healthier, I sort of feel like I lost some of my old habit. So there will be a period of time I don't know what to do. But I also know it's for a good reason. I just need to find more healthy habits that fits my current
lifestyle.
goals.
Yeah, I get that.
Sometimes you have to get rid of some unhealthy friends too. Yeah.
No, I feel that.
So yeah, I also enjoy cooking for my family.
Right.
I feel like food brings people together.
Always.
We just talked about
Always.
it last episode.
Yeah,
right?
it does though. It does. It really does.
Yeah, and so I'm really passionate about creating meals and serving the food to my family, and I think that's something, being of service is something that I'm passionate about.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to figure out my hobbies right now, but I know that I love to cook, I love to hang out with my family, I love to be in nature, and stuff like that.
Do you see Kind Neighbor expanding into any other things, like any other food groups or any other maybe granola, healthy snacks, or different stuff like that?
Yeah, so that's our plan to expand into other food groups, more savory foods. Eventually have sell granola because we make our own granola from scratch.
Oh, cool.
And some people have been asking us, hey, we want to buy your granola. How do we get it?
Yeah.
And right now we are kind of limited because we only have a small oven to only make enough for our products that we sell. So we feel like I don't know how we would be able to keep up with the demand, but I know that we can figure it out as we go.
You just need to win an oven.
Huh?
Win an
Just
oven.
need to win an oven.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Win a bigger oven. She's
gonna
like
be
going
on
on
that.
giveaways.
Yeah.
She's like,
Let's search for any oven giveaway.
Just tag us.
Because I feel like you're probably gonna win.
yeah.
You know how it says tag 5 friends? Just
Just tag us.
Go ahead and tag us.
Yeah.
I'll tag you guys.
We'll enter too, so better chance.
Dang, okay. I think when you're talking about what do you do outside of work, one of the things is that they call the thing that you do. So we wear many hats, right?
Yeah.
It's like the hat that you wear to work, the hat that you wear around your friends, and then sometimes people don't see who you are when none of that's happening, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times they used to call it the third place, where you go somewhere and you kind of wind down and just relax and just be yourself. And I think that isn't really it's not easy to find, especially here in Merced. I think now we're starting to see the rise of Merced and the potential of what Merced can be, because then you have people like you bringing a different source, a different type of energy to the community, and then you have everybody here is playing a role in making that making Merced a little bit more brighter, a little bit more happier, right?
Yeah.
But when Justin was saying about sometimes you kind of start having this you're talking about how you're going into this different lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
A healthier lifestyle. you're talking about like having, getting a beer and all that stuff. Me too. Like I would always be having a drink every night, and I kind of had like more of a
almost hiding. Do you feel like you had to hide?
Not hiding. It was, you know, that I guess that was my third place. That was my third place where I would go to the bar and just like relax. But I would just be drinking all the time though, you know. But now that because I haven't been a kind neighbor yet, so I think that's cool to have a place where, it's a healthier, obviously, alternative, and it gives you a lot of benefits from everything that you're describing. So I think that's something that Merced is,
like a hangout,
like a hangout,
like a hangout place
That'd be
instead,
a cool
instead of a coffee shop like here. We'll all just migrate to Kind Neighbor.
Yeah, we have to check out
Forget
Kind
Ace.
Neighbor. Yeah.
It's a map. Like you have to put a stamp on the like a main street. Like first juice and then coffee and then this and that. Making sure to go body bartender. To
Go
train
work
a
out
little bit.
afterwards. And then
go.
get your photographs taken by Irvin.
Yeah, you get the video done, Yeah, but I think that's cool because honestly, I don't know any other person, or I mean, the only company that I would know is Jamba Juice, but I mean, even then,
you can't compare.
You can't compare that at all. Yeah, it's like night and day.
It's like
She's like, I'm way better.
Like, don't even drop that right now.
Yeah, don't even. You really gonna compare me to that? Really? Like, I'm embarrassed. Shut this down. Shut this down.
I'm out of here. I'm taking my juice back.
Yeah. What else?
Pretty good, yeah. Is there anything?
But that's a really, really good point. How you brought up the third place.
Yeah.
And I also like how you brought up how we're all playing a role to make this Merced a better place. And we don't realize that people may have been thinking or wanting this, and we're the ones that came forward. There was like a force in us that made us bring this.
Yeah, I mean the thing about like Mercedes is that it's definitely a little bit lagging compared to like other city like Davis, like a Sacramento. But that's the future we're gonna go.
Yeah.
We just sort of adding a little bit force to push Merced a little bit further, a little bit closer to that point.
Yeah.
But somebody gonna do it. Like we can't just stay the same.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's another reason why I decided to start the business also, because I don't want to look back and see maybe somebody else started or
Oh yeah, like the fear of missing out and like that could have been me.
Yeah.
Like I think we all have that, and so it just really shows that you just really need to do whatever you set your mind to. And I think we're afraid to fail, but I think we have to make it okay to fail. Because you're not always gonna hit it, like you said, like you tried to make juices and you're like, oh, these don't really taste good, or like, you're gonna fail many times, but sometimes a failure leads to a different route, and I could contest to that in my life. I failed at something and it pushed me a whole different way, and I was able to build a life that way, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. So, you just gotta try, like at the end of the day, and can't be afraid to fail, and if you do, then okay, how are we going to make it work then?
Yeah, as long as you learn. At the end of the day, as long as you learn.
And keep on going,
Yeah. But that's true though. I mean, you're right though. Like you're hitting it like right on the nail. Is that I think Merced is going that route, and it's doing it its own way because everything's happening naturally, like organically. It's not being like. It's not like.
It's not like big. It's not like big companies are coming.
It's not like
in
corporate.
Yeah. Because if you come over here to Merced like on like Friday or Saturday, it's starting to get like really packed. Like there's different areas now. Before you had to go just to like down to Partisan, where that was like maybe like one of the things that people were going to. But now like the whole street.
Oh yeah.
Now everything, like all the surrounding areas are starting to have attraction. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's definitely getting better. Like when I first the Oasis over there, I was super sad. I was like, before I signed the lease for that location, I mean, there's other shops around us. The moment I got the lease, the Subway across the street closed. So and then there's other shops that's closed. I was like, whoa, why even? And then now look at the downtown right now. It's like there's more business and different business. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So as an entrepreneur, how does it feel? Well, I don't know. Are you facing any other challenges? Also, being like a woman in that field, does that ever I guess pop up or anything?
I don't think I've ever felt that or encountered a challenge being a woman entrepreneur. The only thing I would say is if let's say I try to apply for a loan at the bank. I feel like that was the only challenge, but besides that, I haven't encountered any challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I do agree that like now I'm getting a little bit older now. Like I feel like starting a business is also like being a pioneer. It's like it's not just about making money. Of course, you need to be profitable, but it's also writing my own legacy. Because I'm thinking like later on, I don't have kids now, but later on when I have my kids, they're like, or like a grandson, they'll be like, oh, my grandfather is like a U.S. roaster champion, whatever. But he's also broke. But you know, but I don't care about the broke. That's the
He's
legacy
born out,
I create,
but
right? Yeah, so you
he
know,
has a lot of awards.
so that's something I'm also fighting to like just write my legacy. It might be a failure, but at least I try to write my own way.
Yeah. Is there something that you're working on right now, or is there something that kneibor is in the works of that you want to like talk about, or something you want to like mention?
So right now we're focused on getting more foot traffic, reaching more people. I've met people who have said, "Oh, I've never heard of you guys," and we've been open for 3 years. So we're trying, even though we're on social media.
Advertisement?
What was that?
Do you do any type of advertisement besides like social media or?
Yeah, social media. We just recently we're gonna do a radio advertising, trying different things to
Reach
create more
different
awareness.
audience.
Yeah.
See what catches and see.
So I mean, I thought, we're on social media, so people must know us. But there's people that have said that they've never heard about us, and I don't know if it's the location or it's just maybe we haven't done a lot of marketing or.
I can see the social media presence. I couldn't like picture where it was at though. Like whenever I see like your videos and everything, it makes me want to go. But then in my head, I'm like, I'm not sure where it's at.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I have to make the effort to go.
You would have to look at it.
I didn't even know what town it was in.
But like your presence is there though. Your social media presence is there. You know,
but
I
you
can see
wouldn't
it.
think like, oh, it's.
And bitwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe, so then I can talk to my social media team and ask them, hey, we can advertise more. We're inside of Bitwise, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we're working on right now, creating more awareness. We also have our upcoming 3-year anniversary party coming up on the 21st of this month. And we're constantly trying different recipes, trying different things to attract more people in the door.
Okay.
And but those are our main things right now.
Is there any like events is there any like promotion? Is there any like deals or anything like for your like anniversary or anything like?
So we're doing goodie bags. We also have some vendors, wellness vendors that are coming. And we're trying to invite also like a yoga instructor or some type of instructor that will teach a class and sort of make it like a wellness event. Tanner, do you want to teach a boot camp or something? I don't,
Yeah, I might be down for that.
Bring some dumbbells.
Yeah.
So other than the granola, what do you think is like the best seller for you guys?
Yeah, so far for all the
The
drinks.
best seller that we have is our acai bowl.
Okay.
No,
Those
I've never had one
at all. Which one? Do you have like different types
We
of
have our classic acai bowl is just the basic acai with the granola, strawberry, banana, and the coconut shreds. We also have the loaded acai bowl, which has way more toppings. We have a bowl called the Green Garden Bowl, and that one has the base is banana, mango, spinach, and other ingredients that make it tasty. The granola and the toppings, and we have one called the Pink Rabbit Bowl, and that one has the strawberry, banana, and it has like a peanut butter taste to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are our 4
sound
main bowls that we
bomb.
have.
Damn.
Yeah.
Instead of that egg sandwich, you should try the.
Wait, what time do you guys open?
Yeah.
What time do you guys open?
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
We used to be open 7:30, but now in the winter, I noticed that people don't show up until a little later.
Okay.
Once it starts to get colder, so we're just kind of adjusting
So
our
every
hours.
day or
Yeah, every day.
Monday through Friday. She
Not-
said
Monday through
earlier.
Friday, and then Saturday 8 to 2.
8 to 2, and then Sunday
Close.
close. Okay.
So Sunday we just decided, for me since the beginning, that I would take it as a rest day.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give my staff the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Probably stop by.
Huh?
I think I'll stop by tomorrow.
He'll go.
Yeah. Yeah, you
He'll
should
go
stop by.
Sunday. He'll go Sunday. He's like,
Like, well, I was there. You weren't
what the
there.
heck?
All right, cool. Well, then, what do you think? I think
I think
I think that was good, yeah.
How about have her just introduce herself again, like sort of like where she is? Oh, social media, like
Social media?
like an Instagram, where
So
can I find you?
we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and we're under kneibor. And just type kneibor, and you'll find us there. You'll also see a bunch of cool new reels that we're working on as well. Yeah. And we are located at 1635 M Street inside of Bitwise. And it's the corner of Main Street and M Street.
Hold on. Is there anything that you would like want to say to anyone that is like thinking about starting? Like, you know how you said there was like a little trouble where you had to like think about
mind
it,
blocks and all
yeah.
that.
Is there something that you want to, you know, any advice?
Yeah, so I would say whenever you're thinking of an idea, have somebody ask you 7 times, different times why you want to do it. So if you tell me I want to start an online shop, I'm gonna ask you why do you want to start an online shop, and you're gonna tell me because I love selling items. I love the business side of it. Then I would ask you another question, but why do you love selling items? And then it gets you thinking, and by the 7th time you'll realize you'll get to the heart reason of why you want to do it, not the mind reason, because the surface reason. Because a lot of times when people have ideas, they only have they have the thought. It's more of like on the surface, and they don't really get to the root of why they really want to do it. So a lot of times that's why people end up failing.
Yeah.
And they don't keep going through because they only think about it for other reasons. They don't really get to the root of why they want to do it.
Yeah.
So really get to the root of why you want to do it, and that will keep you going longer than you will ever know. Because it will get hard. Like, running a business is not easy.
No, by all means.
There's been times I've been wanting to give up, but I just look back at my big why, and that's what keeps me going. And there's gonna be a lot of challenges. Like I feel like my biggest challenge has been my mind, the roadblocks that I face, or think about my own self-doubt. And each time I just have to overcome those thoughts, or even make sure you have a mentor or friends or other people that are in business. Talk to them, ask them questions, and you're not in it alone. There's a lot of people that want to help, give you tips. If you want to come to me and ask me for some tips, I'm really happy to offer you any tips that I have. I've been in business now 3 years officially. I'm not, like the most, I don't have the most experience, but I'll give you my experience that I've encountered in the last 3 years, and it feels like a long time. Even though 3 years it sounds like a little bit, but a lot can happen. And I've learned so much, and I'm still learning. And it's every day. You don't just like for me when I started my business, I thought, okay, I have my business plan. I'm gonna start my business, and we're good. I'm gonna open, and that's good. It's good. But then all these problems come up. Your staff calls in, or you have to hire your staff, hire reliable people.
Train them.
And I've never managed a team, so that was a challenge for me. Guiding my team, being direct. Because I'm not a direct person, so I've struggled with that. So I had to overcome that, and but I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. And I hope that kneibor serves you. And it's more, whenever I think of my business, I think, it's for my community. I don't really think, it's my business like that. I think it's for my people like that. That's how I see the business.
That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And again, if you need any tips and if you want to start your own business, come to me. I'll give you any tips that you may have, that you may want to know about.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Hold on. One more question.
Okay.
So if you could go back in time and give yourself advice, what would you say, like to yourself? Like,
On the first day of trying or opening up or just starting it, brainstorming and everything, like, don't listen to your bad thoughts.
I
Or...
would just tell myself, there's always going to be a problem, and there's always going to be a solution to the problem. So you if you are starting a business, you have to like problems. You have to like problem solving.
Yeah.
Because if you don't like problems, if you get too stressed out about them, then just forget
Or
it.
if you quit,
just go to work at
easily,
8 to 5.
it's not for everyone.
Because there's gonna be a problem. There can be a problem every day. If something,
Yeah, yeah. There was my water turned off at my gym. Someone was messing with the pipes and broke a pipe, so it was flooding the streets. So they had to turn my water off. So I couldn't use the bathroom for my clients. I couldn't. So I had to tell all of them, hey, use the bathroom before you come. Like that's something that I didn't think was gonna happen that day. So they were fortunate to fix it pretty fast the next day. But still, it's like, you know, you don't think stuff like that's gonna happen, or you know, or your machine might break, you know, and you have no idea. Okay, how am I gonna make juices today? So, you know, you just gotta prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Yeah, I don't even want to mention about bathrooms. For me, it's due tomorrow. It might take 2 months, guys. But I'm back. So anytime if there's like obstacles or whatever, just remember. I don't know what to say, but just remember, like, if you quit, the problem always still there.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you try
you only fail if you quit. So you can't fail if you don't quit. So.
I think that a lot of times when there's a problem, we want to avoid it by quitting or giving up.
Yeah.
But that problem might show up in another way. I mean, it's different.
Instead of work
Dealing with
around it, work through
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If you work around it, it's gonna show up another way.
Yeah.
Or another.
true.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Have some deep conversation.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. Alright, perfect. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, I think that's it. Okay. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, that was great.
Really good.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good. Alright, cool.
You're doing good.
Then that's it. Alright, we're
Thank
done.
you for tuning in.
Thank you, YouTube. Or,
Yeah, I think we should have a conclusion.
Okay.
Just like thank you guys once again for like the podcast.
Yeah, you can close
Or
it.
you could tell them how like it's so hard to open a juice company to not do it, so you don't have income.
Yeah.
It's so stressful,
harder.
guys.
So
it's hard.
stressful, it's
The
hard.
pulp stays down there sometimes, and sometimes you gotta shake the bottles. It just
You
it's
gotta
stressful.
cut that. I grabbed it, look at it 3 times.